Hello, this is Mr. Barber, and I'm going to be talking to you today about a tool we'll be using in our classroom throughout the year called Remind. This is an excellent tool. I've used it in the past few years with great success for students. And just to give you a little bit of a background, I want to let you know what Remind is. Remind is a text messaging service that is based on the internet. It's a way to help communication between teachers and a class. It is using a third-party application, like I said, the Remind website that's on the internet, and it's used to send reminders to classes about homework, assignments, tests, projects, other important class information that may be important to get out to students. It's an excellent way for students to remember that they have certain reading assignments or projects that are due, before they're due, so they can help remind them of their responsibilities before they get to class. The Remind has been developed a little bit more throughout the last year or two, and you can now send attachments with assignments linked to them or links to videos that might help supplement the learning that we're doing in class. Before we get a little bit further here into our Remind tutorial here, I do want to mention that this tool is absolutely optional. You do not have to use this as a student or a parent if you do not have a cell phone, or if you're not comfortable in using this software. There's no problem, no penalty for not using it. This is just a good tool to use that has helped a lot of students be successful in class. The biggest question that I receive from parents primarily is Remind safe? I've done a lot of research, like I said, used Remind in the past. I am comfortable with the safety levels. Let me share with you some of the safety levels that they've included in Remind so that you can become familiar with those. Remind does not sell or distribute personal information. The phone numbers that are collected and those sorts of things are all kept private. They have a privacy policy that they do not sell or distribute personal information. Most importantly, because all communication is done through the Remind website, teachers and students never have access to one another's phone numbers. When I send out a message, I can send it out to the entire class, but I do it through remind.com. I'll type the message and I'll hit send, and then Remind sends the message out. And that way, I never have access to students' telephone numbers, they never have access to mine, and we cannot communicate individually. That way it's a class-wide text message, and students cannot individually text back the teacher. They would have to come and speak to me if they had questions, or an email, or some of the more traditional communication routes there. In addition to this is not only open to students, but parents can follow this. I've had a number of parents in the past few years sign up for Remind just to stay on top of what we're doing in our class, important assignments and due dates and those sorts of things. So again, safety is our biggest concern in a lot of the things that we do at school. And so this Remind has done a lot to ensure the safety aspect of their product. All right, how to sign up for Remind? To sign up for Remind, if you're interested, you just text the appropriate message to Remind. Their phone number is 407-901-2015. If you're in my English 12 A-Day class, you need to put in the body of the text message the word the @ sign, and then Mr. Barber. If you're at English 12 B-Day, you just put the @ sign and Barber. This will sign you up for our class. If this is your first time registering or using Remind, I'll ask you for a registration name. If you will just put your first name and last initial, or if you're a parent, use your student's first name and last initial and add the word parent in parentheses. This allows me just to make sure that the only people signed up for Remind messages from our class are actually enrolled in our class, and kind of keep tabs on who's receiving the messages so that only the appropriate people are getting the information about our class. Last but not least, just a few Remind rules. I cannot guarantee that a Remind will be sent out for every assignment that we do. It is the student's responsibility to make sure that they are keeping tabs on what's due and when. I will try and do this for a majority of our assignments, but I cannot guarantee that all assignments will be texted out before their due date. That being said, assignments are still due on the due date regardless of whether or not a Remind message was sent. I hope you take a chance to utilize this excellent tool. I've seen a lot of success with my with students in the past. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me directly by email at matthew.barber@washk12.org or by contacting me at the school. Thanks. Have a good day.